Hello, team here for today's episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds, Season 1, Episode 9, All Those Who Wander. I have no idea where that British accent's coming from. So, probably I immediately recognize the title, being a Lord of the Rings nerd, which is probably somewhere over here. It's a Gandalf quote, "Not all those who wander are lost." I need to stop that accent right now. That's what alcohol does. Alcohol makes me British. So, I didn't like it. I did not like this episode. The first 10 minutes, I was 100% into it. And maybe this is why I shouldn't do episodes back to back. I should take like an episode, like a day between or something. But I immediately went one to the other. And like from the very beginning, I was into it. From the very beginning where they were like, we're going to Deep Space Station K7 or whatever it was. So the only reason that is imprinted into my noggin right here is because I bought somewhere behind me, the Blu-ray section from Best Buy. That's how long ago this is. I bought the original series on Blu-ray for very, very cheap. It was like $30 for all 3 seasons. And one whole Blu-ray disc is it's the Tribble disc, which I actually have a Tribble somewhere around here. I should have had that ready. But, and it's the Trial and Tribulations, it's the animated episode, more Trials and Tribulations, and then it's the Deep Space Nine episode. And of course, me being who I am, I watch like the behind the scenes features and everything. And the most interesting, this has nothing to do with the episode. The most interesting thing of the Deep Space Nine is when they were recreating it, they couldn't get the Deep Space Station K7 to look right. And finally somebody was like, just turn the lights on. Like they had the whole ship right, but it didn't match the original series. Because if you watch the original series, it doesn't look like it says K7, but they flipped the lights on and then it looked right. It's because the lights throw off the K7. And so for some reason, watching that fucking 20 years ago probably is imprinted in my brain. So as soon as they were like K7, I was like, Tribbles! So whatever. Has nothing to do with this. Welcome to my videos. So the whole episode starts with Uhura being like, I'm done. Like, I've done my whole cadet training. I don't know how Starfleet works. But so she's done. Okay. And it's very reminiscent of the cooking episode. Now, again, this part of the episode I loved. And then like where Pike just puts the apron on Spock and he doesn't even like matter. He's just, or mind. He's just like, okay. And then he just like starts washing dishes. And then, so my husband, I have multiple times compared to a cooking savant. I have taken him to a restaurant. He's like, it's okay. And then we'll go home. And then the very next day he'll be like, here, I made what we had better. And then, yeah, he just recreates these meals. And so that scene where La'an shows up and everybody's like, you're going to want to try the waffles and the bacon and the eggs. Like, you're going to want to try everything. And she's just like, no, I have to talk about this. And she takes one bite. She's like, oh my God, this is delicious. Like, that is what it's like to live with my husband. Like, I have gained so much weight being with my husband because he just cooks these meals. Like, he's just like, oh, what we had at that restaurant was terrible. Let me make it better. And so that's what I feel about Pike. Like, it's just like, here, try all of this food. And I was like, this is fun. This is exciting. I like this. And then the episode starts and it's about the Gorn. And I'm so sick of the Gorn. And I just immediately, like, I was like, it was an effort to just not pull out my phone and start playing a game or something. But I was like, no, I have to focus because people want to know. And I'm like, for one, nobody's watching, so whatever. But I was like, nobody cares. And it's like, okay, this whole fucking episode is just a remake of Aliens and Aliens 3. Like, that's it. Like, if you just watch this episode, congratulations. You don't need to watch those 3 movies. I highly suggest you watch those 3 movies. But everything from, like, the alien, the Gorn popping out of their chest, which, again, was it... Oh, God, it's been so many years, and my drunk little brain can't keep track of shit. Was it Enterprise? Or was it one of the video games where we saw the Gorn, and they were so CGI'd, and it was so terrible, and I was like, why is this a thing? That's kind of how this was. I was like, I don't like these. Like, these do not need to be in this episode. Like, why am I looking at this? It was bad. But, like, from the baby Gorn popping out and to, like, chasing everybody and, like, the whole little girl that witnesses everything is just Newt from Aliens. And then here we go to the spoiler alert. With Hemmer and Hemmer being infected and like throwing himself off the ship, and I was like, that's just Ripley like throwing herself off while it was just a remake of Aliens 1 through 3. So I was not feeling it. I really wasn't. That being said, to show even this episode, an episode that I didn't particularly care for, I still am absolutely in love with the show because the acting is so good. Every single character is so believable. Like Uhura and Nurse Chapel and M'Benga, Pike, everybody is so good. And one of the scenes that really caught me, and it's a little minor detail, and it's where Spock is like losing his temper and Nurse Chapel walks up to him and she like puts her hands like not like around his neck, but she like embraces him. If you watch that scene, like she is gripping him so tight, when it zooms out and she takes her hands off of him, you can literally see her fingerprints that are like the skin is turned red. And when she takes them off, you can see her fingerprints on his neck. Like, and then it fades really quick. But it's so intense because that emotion is so real. And that is what's driving me. I am really, really loving all of these little details and the passion that these people are having. Like, that's what's bringing me into it. Now, as we almost are coming to the end of the first season, eventually I know that this show is going to lead into Star Trek, the original series. So by the time we get there, Scotty is the in command of engineering. So Hemmer, of course, can't be there. And as we see Hemmer exit and we see Uhura come in at the end as like joining the bridge crew, like I feel like they're slowly starting to put these pieces in, because we're going to have to get Scotty, we're going to have to get Sulu, we're going to have to get rid of M'Benga, and we're going to have to get Bones at some point. Like, these are necessary changes because we're going to have to transition to the original series. So I know that's happening, and I feel like this episode was a stepping stone. I still don't like it. I've already grown so attached to these people. So I'm curious what you guys think. Again, you guys are probably so far ahead of me, so try not to spoil it, but whatever, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Thank you for everything, and I will see you guys next time for the season 1 finale, Quality of Mercy.